This episode is brought to you by Farmers Insurance.
The ongoing changes have increased the role of the countries of Asia, Africa, and Latin America in the world system.
Embracing a changing order, Russia's defense minister says previously ignored countries are now being heard. That's as Moscow hosts a key conference on global security. Russia's Ministry of Defense reveals unscrupulous biological activities of the United States military, claiming Washington searches for virus mutations and uses them to further its goals. Hundreds of migrants from Africa and the Middle East arrive on the small Italian island of Lampedusa in the Mediterranean. They share their experiences with us. Just after.
Power on and on.
For 25 years, Consumer Cellular's goal has been to provide wireless service that helps people communicate and connect. We offer a variety of no-contract plans, and our U.S.-based customer service team can help find one that fits you. To learn more, visit consumercellular.tv.
Some things just make you feel more alive than others. Like the rush of adrenaline from an SUV that roars from 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds. Jaguar delivers that thrill every day. The F-Pace, how Jaguar makes an SUV.
Will Turkey ratify Sweden's NATO membership? Stockholm says it can't fulfill all Ankara's demands. As the bloc's membership requires unanimous approval, what would make Turkey change its mind? And what does all of this mean for NATO's future? This is Inside Story. Hello and welcome to the program. I'm Mohammed Jamjoom. One of the many fallouts of Russia's invasion of Ukraine has been that previously neutral Nordic countries...
All right, so now let's try out the dual stereo speakers. Of course, I got the official Flossie Carter sound test by my homeboy Mark Rebier. Here we go.
Yo, sound test. Time for sound test. Everybody shut your mouth. Time for sound test. Time to test that quality of sound test. How's it sound, Floss? How's it sound, Floss? How's it sound now? How's it sound now? Does it sound big? Does it sound loud? How's the bass, baby? How's the treble on it? How's it sound now? How's it sound now? That's a sound test. That's a motherfucking sound test. Sound test. That's a sound test, baby. That's a sound test. That's a motherfucking sound test. How's the sound on that shit? God damn it, holla.
Okay, I'm gonna cover up the bottom speaker. This is just the top, coming out the earpiece.
How's the sound, white shoes? How's the sound on it? How's the sound, baby? That's a sound test.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mark Rebier. Like I said earlier, the speakers don't sound bad. They just sound a little bit tiny. Now, you can hear the bass. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to say the speakers are trash. But when you get used to using other phones that have louder speakers with more bass, these are just going to feel a little bit smaller. All right, so now let's take a look at this 5.9-inch AMOLED display, which, on a side note, when you have smaller panels, you're going to get more PPIs. This display looks beautiful. Your full screen, a little bit of bezel on the bottom, punch hole camera on the top, located to the left, excellent viewing angles. Again, could be a little bit brighter for outdoor activities, but overall, I think it's lovely. Look how those colors pop. Nice and moist, saturated. Beautiful. Let's keep it moving. All right, so now let's try a little gaming. Of course, I got Asphalt 9 queued up. And since this is an Asus phone, you're going to have an excellent Game Genie. Now, you can change your refresh rate. You see, I just switched to 144. for gaming. You can change your performance modes. Okay, so I got high performance, dynamic, durable, ultra durable. I'm going to leave it on high performance. Okay, you got your real-time info, your edge tool. You can speed it up, record, navigation, block alerts, go crazy. Okay, full game G. All right, here we go. It's on 144 hertz refresh rate. Look how smooth this is. Woo! All right, let's go. Oh, okay. Trying to clip me from the back. All right, I like that. Pause. Here we go, here we go. That was a major pause moment. Watch the landing. Look at that. Ooh! Running excellent. It actually feels good on this small display, too. All right.
Number 10, L.A. Noire.
Homicide men are the right hand of God.
L.A. Noire was a hugely ambitious game for its time, mostly due to its unique use of motion scan, which allowed the developers to film an actor's face and transfer it into their digital counterpart.
Cole Phelps, Traffic. What have we got?
It's really acting a scene in two parts.
It was innovative and kind of creepy. Unfortunately, with ambition comes delays. Bondi began development in 2004, and it was originally going to be published by Sony before Rockstar picked it up in 2006. It then missed its 2008 release date, and the debut trailer wasn't released until 2010, 2 years after the game was already supposed to be out. It finally hit stores in May 2011, 7 years after it began development.
Oh, good place. Pick up a shovel and a pick on the way.
Number 9, Team Fortress 2. Team Fortress 2 still remains popular and incredibly influential 10 years after its release, thanks to its whimsical gameplay and constant updates. We really can't imagine the modern gaming landscape without it, but we're lucky we even got it at all. It was originally unveiled way back at E3 1999, sporting a modern war aesthetic that was kinda similar to Call of Duty, complete with parachute drops and some very ambitious voice elements. It was then delayed due to Valve switching to the Source engine, and that was basically the last we heard of it for 6 years. It was finally reintroduced in 2006 with the cartoonish visual design it now has, and the game was released in October 2007, 8 years after it was shown at E3.
Number 6, Sonic Forces.
Meet our newest recruit.
Doesn't look like much.
Neither do you, Charmy.
We understand why this game has its fans. It's all about the character creation. However, we all have to admit, even those of us who like the game ironically, we all have to admit that Sonic Forces is an utter disappointment. The story tries to be way too edgy with Sonic dying, as his friends are led to believe, only to ditch the grim outlook halfway through.
Sonic!
As for the player's custom character, their different weapons and tools make the game a total breeze to get through. Mixing all of this in with boring boss fights and bland level design makes for an utterly boring Sonic game, even when playing for the lulz.
Every defeat, every humiliation of the Hedgehog's fans will be returned 1,000-fold by my unstoppable creation.
Number 19, Vertu. Evidently, the lifestyles of the rich and famous did not include Vertu. From their inception, the luxury phones were manufactured with an emphasis on style over function. And to be fair, they definitely succeeded in becoming a status symbol, but only because they were so ridiculously expensive. Only the richest of the rich could afford one.
Working with Google, we can now offer contemporary performance products, which has attracted a younger audience to the brand.
Since Vertu phones also lacked features like GPS and Bluetooth, many felt the hefty price tag wasn't worth it. Following years of messy finances, the company officially went under in 2017. Now that they're off the market, Vertu phones have ironically become the commodity the company always wanted them to be.
Working with Android has allowed us to build contemporary, powerful products for people looking for that everyday smartphone, but just that little bit extra bit of refinement or exclusivity.
Number 18, Alta Motors.
I think the doors are going to fly open for areas this bike can go, perform, compete, and that's going to open up, I think, a whole new avenue of rider.
The saddest part of this closure is that it had nothing to do with the product itself. Despite an overwhelmingly positive response, Alta Motors electric bikes just weren't selling enough to keep the lights on. Their biggest issue may have been the continuing controversy between electric and gas-powered engines. In fact, Alta Motors bikes were banned from several official races for that very reason.
First started hearing about them a year and a half ago and just kind of seeing tidbits here and there of the bike, and honestly thought it was the most legit looking electric dirt bike that I'd seen up to the point.
As a result, price cuts and new models were only band-aid fixes for their unsustainable cash flow. When 2 partnership deals fell through, the company was left severely strapped for funds and eventually ceased operations altogether in 2018 after just 8 years of business.
I think that there's definitely a future for them. Whether it overtakes all the gas-powered bikes, that's yet to be seen.
Number 17, Mercury Automobile.
There's not a sharp corner in sight, and the drag coefficient of 0.32 makes this the slipperiest American sedan yet.
70 years is a pretty good run for any car division, especially one that never found a consistent buyer base. See, initially, the Mercury division of Ford was created as a mid-priced alternative to their other models. However, over the years, it underwent more rebrands and redesigns than you can count on one hand. It's been a race car, a sports vehicle, an economy ride, and more. They tried targeting it to men, and then to young drivers, and then to women.
This is a great find. They're a great find. Award-winning safety ratings. A brand new hybrid.
While these shifts occurred gradually across decades, the shufflings eventually began to limit the car's appeal instead of widen it. By 2010, the continuously declining sales forced Ford to put the Mercury brand in park permanently.
Imagine that.
Imagine yourself in a Mercury.
Number 16, Pebble.
The idea was brought to life by people like you just a few months ago, and we're proud to say that Pebble is now ready for prime time.
These days, a smartwatch that connects to your phone isn't that crazy of an idea. But back in 2014, Pebble burst onto the scene as one of the first to put it into practice. The results were instantaneous. At the time, the smartwatch was the most funded project in Kickstarter history.
Your incredible support helped Pebble smash Kickstarter records not once, but twice, and ushered in a revolution in wearable technology.
Unfortunately, after that amazing start, Pebble dropped like a stone. Amid shaky marketing and an unclear vision, the company consistently failed to hit sales goals. That, when paired with growing competition from the Apple Watch, spelled doom for the luxury armwear. The company shut down in 2016 and, interestingly enough, was acquired by Fitbit, who did not take on any of Pebble's debt.
It's focused. It's not a miniature smartphone on your wrist. It's designed from the ground up to be a truly smart watch.
Number 15, Solyndra.
Panels can be cost-effectively installed on typical big box retail, warehouse, and other light industrial roofs not designed to support significant rooftop loads.
On paper, Solyndra's high-class solar panels were cheaper, sturdier, and more efficient than anything else on the market. The pitch proved so enticing, they even garnered government support via a massive loan from the U.S. Department of Energy. However, Solyndra's lead didn't last long.
There were going to be some companies that did not work out. Solyndra was one of them. But the process by which the decision was made was on the merits.
Within a few years of its creation, the price of natural gas nosedived, removing any financial incentive to invest in renewable energy. As a result, Solyndra's abrupt bankruptcy was about as ugly as it could get, including a full-blown government investigation into their purported excessive spending and misrepresentation of finances. While they've never been officially charged with any wrongdoing, something tells us Solyndra won't be making more solar panels anytime soon.
Everybody figured, okay, this company can't fail.
Number 14, McCall's. If you read magazines in the 1900s, odds are you read McCall's. While its first issue technically dates back to 1873, it wasn't until the 20th century that it became mandatory reading. As the so-called first magazine for women, McCall's featured sewing patterns, short stories, home improvement tips, and more. You don't just have to take our word for it, though. These numbers speak for themselves. At its peak, McCall's had an unprecedented readership north of 8 million. With that kind of support, it's really no wonder it survived more than a century in print. Unfortunately, stiff competition over the years slowly whittled down its audience. In 2002, it shipped its final issue. Number 13. Zune.
This is actually showing a photograph right here. I can flip through the photos here. 3-inch screen, pretty bright, pretty sharp.
In 2006, Microsoft went up against Apple's behemoth, the iPod, and lost. Badly. In their defense, the Zune portable media players had plenty of potential. They had functionality with the popular Xbox 360, innovative social features, and even a partnership with United Airlines. But despite all of that corporate support, Zune failed to make a splash in the market.
Experience the ease of Quick Play, which puts your favorite media at your fingertips.
In the 6 years it stayed on shelves, it consistently sold less than its competitors, let alone the juggernaut that was the iPod. While several reviews praised its HD features, that wasn't enough to move the bottom line, and Microsoft discontinued production in 2012.
Finding music on your player is pretty easy. There are several different ways to do it. If you want to search by letter, you can do that here. We're looking for Mos Def.
Number 12. Theranos.
People don't even know that they have a basic human right to be able to get access to information about themselves and their own bodies.
Around the turn of the century, Elizabeth Holmes founded a revolutionary breakthrough for the healthcare industry. Theranos, as it was called, created a technology that could perform rapid blood tests requiring very little of a sample at a fraction of the cost. Mesmerized by the innovation, Holmes' net worth skyrocketed to $4.5 billion. The only issue? It was all a lie.
Our dream for Theranos is that every single day, someone's life is better because they can afford access to health information they couldn't afford before.
Theranos' supposed science was flimsy at best, and a complete fabrication at worst. The company and its incredible funding both went down in flames, but that was the least of Holmes' issues. She still faced multiple counts of fraud and was later sentenced to 11 years in prison. Given all that, don't expect Theranos to resurface ever again.
We were trying to take this forward, and at that time, we thought that we were doing the right thing.
Number 11. Vine.
You only have 6 seconds to get the setup for the joke and the punchline. I think people who are watching it, sometimes they don't have the time to sit down and watch a 5-minute YouTube video.
In just 6 seconds, this video looping app took the world by storm. Its short-form content was the very definition of addictive, and because of that, Vine's viral videos quickly became a staple of pop culture. However, it wasn't long before rivaling social media platforms got in on the trend. When the likes of Instagram, YouTube, and Snapchat added their own video sharing features, Vine lost its reason to be, and most of its user base too.
Right, so they're kind of shifting what Vine currently is into a new Vine camera situation.
By 2017, the app shut down altogether. At the very least, a comprehensive archive of its many videos still exists, ensuring we'll never forget that it is Wednesday, my dudes.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
Number 10. Circuit City.
Welcome to Circuit City, where service is state-of-the-art.
Founded in 1949 under the name Ward's Company, Circuit City was one of the most popular consumer electronics stores in the United States. During their peak, the chain boasted more than 550 stores across the country, offering plenty of electronic goods and services. They even had a chance to buy out the fledgling Best Buy operation in 1988, but declined when Circuit City's CEO thought they could just put them out of business. Well, that didn't work out in the long run. When 2007 rolled around, wages were being cut, locations were being closed, and management turnover was high.
Electronic retailer Circuit City has announced it's unplugging more than 150 stores. In Maryland alone, 3 locations are going out of business.
By 2009, the company pulled the plug, and the days of Circuit City were over.
Now, some customers we talked to, some shoppers, say this is just a very sad day.
In the Nightburners 11 series of vehicles from Hot Wheels, this is the Infiniti G37. With a gorgeous, sparkly silver paint job that looks awesome on this car. It would be a bit much on the real thing, but this smaller toy version really benefits from the additional sparkly power of this paint job. This is the Japanese version lights, as well as the back of the car where they try to recreate the little LED taillights on the G37. Really nice job on this one. A must-have for Hot Wheels and Infiniti enthusiasts.
companies, overturned the democratically elected government of Mohammed Mossadegh, BP, the CIA, the rule book, you know, turn it over, another regime.
Okay, now I'm gonna talk about Adobe Photoshop. It is a raster graphics editor developed and published by Adobe Incorporated for Windows and macOS. It was originally created in 1987 by Thomas and John Knoll. Since then, the software has become the most used tool for professional digital art, especially in raster graphics editing. 1988 to 1990 is a beta. Here we have version 0.07 to 0.87. There is a black and white pixelated drawing of a store, and on it there is the word 1HR in white text on a black outline. 1990 to 1991, here we have the version 1. There are 4 black shapes, and between them there is a black square, and inside it, there is a black and white pixelated drawing of an eye. Here is a variant and a part of an intro. 1991 to 1994, here we have the version 2. The shapes have been removed, the square is now red on a black shadow, and the drawing is more detailed and gray. Here is a variant and a part of an intro. 1994 to 1996, here we have the version 3. There is a blue, yellow, red, green, white and gray square, and on it there is a black, white and gray pixelated drawing of an eye. Here is a variant and part of an intro. 1996 to 2000, here we have the version 4 to 6. There is a gray, white, red and black square, and inside it there is a black, white and gray pixelated drawing of an eye. Here is a variant and a part of an intro. 2002 to 2003, here we have the version 7. There is a blue square and inside it there is a blue and white gradient background, and on it there is a gray square, and on it there is a white letter and under the gray square there is the word Adobe in gray text, and on the right of it there is a drawing of a person's eye, and on it there is a blue ring. Here is a variant and a part of an intro. 2003 to 2005, here we have the version 8 CS. There is a white rounded square on a black shadow, and on it there is a green, orange and blue feather. Here is a variant and a part of an intro. 2005 to 2007, here we have the version 9 CS2. The feather has now turned to the other side, and it is now blue and green. Here is a variant and a part of an intro.
If we open up Photoshop, the first thing we see.
2007 to 2008, here we have the version 10 CS3. There is a blue square and inside it there are the letters P and S in white text. Here is a variant and a part of an intro. 2008 to 2010, here we have the version 11 CS4. The square is brighter and the letters are now in black text. Here is a variant and a part of an intro. 2010 to 2012, here we have the version 12 CS5. The square is now darker and 3D, and the letters are now in light blue text. Here is a variant and a part of an intro.
That early, so let's just go and open it up and go and open a new.
2012 to 2013, here we have the version 13 CS6. There is a dark blue square on a blue outline, and inside it there are the letters P and S in blue text. Here is a variant and a part of an intro. 2013 to 2015, here we have the version 14cc to 15cc 2015. The outline is thinner and the logo is brighter. Here is a variant and a part of a trailer.
Photoshop CC, available only in the Creative Cloud.
2015 to 2019, here we have the version 16cc 2015 to 20cc 2019. The logo is darker. Here is a variant and a commercial. 2019 to 2020, here we have the version 21cc 2020 to 21.1.3. There is a black rounded square on a blue outline, and inside it there are the letters P and S in white text. Here is a part of a trailer.
Hey everybody and welcome. Today I'm going to be showing you how to change the background.
2020 to the present, here we have the version 21.2cc 2020. There is a dark blue rounded square, and inside it there are the letters P and S in blue text. Here is a variant in the commercial. Alright, now I'm gonna talk about Adobe After Effects. It is a digital visual effects, motion graphics, and compositing application developed by Adobe Incorporated. It is used in the post-production process of filmmaking, video games and television production. Among other things, After Effects can be used for keying, tracking, compositing, and animation. 1993 to 1995, here we have the logo of the first Adobe After Effects name, Cosa Aldis After Effects. Here we have the 1.0 to 2.0 version. There is a gray square on a red outline, and on it there are two white rings, and on them there is a white plus sign, and on it, there are the letters of Indie in black text. 1995 to 1999, they changed its name to Adobe After Effects. Here we have the 3.0 to 3.1 version. There is a dark gray square on a gray and black outline, and on it there is a blue and light circle on a black outline, and on it there is a black plus sign, and on it, there is a white number 3 on a black outline. Here is a variant and a part of a trailer. (1999 to 1999), here we have the 4.0 version. There is a gray square on a blue and black outline, and on it there are two white rings, and inside the rings, there is a white number 4 on a black outline, and on the right of the rings, there is the white number 4.0 on a black outline. Here is a variant and a part of an intro. (1999 to 2001), here we have the 4.1 version. The number 4.0 has been replaced with the number 4.1. 2001 to 2003, here we have the 5.0 to 5.5 version. Here we have a blue, white and green gradient square on a blue outline, and on it there is a gray square, and on it there is a white letter and under the square, there is the word Adobe in gray text, and on the right of the gray square, there is a white, black and yellow tower, and coming out from it, there are 6 white and blue lightnings. Here is a variant. 2003 to 2006, we have the 6.0 to 6.5 version. The square is now in a white, yellow and orange gradient, the tower is bigger, and the lightnings are now white. Here is a variant. 2006 to 2007, here we have the version 7CS2. Here is a white rounded square on a black shadow, and on it there are 5 purple rounded shapes. Here is a variant. 2007 to 2008, here we have the version 8CS3. There is a purple square and on it there are the letters of Indie in white text. 2008 to 2010, here we have the version 9CS4. The square is now gray, and the letters are now black. Here is a variant. 2010 to 2012, here we have the version 10CS5 to CS5.5. The square is now darker, and 3D and the letters are now in gray text. Here is a variant and a part of a trailer.
What we want to show you here is something
2012 to 2013, here we have the version 11CS6. There is a dark purple square on a pink outline, and inside it there are the letters of Indie in pink text. Here is a variant and a part of a trailer.
Adobe After Effects CS6.
2013 to 2015, here we have the version 12cc to 13.2cc 2014.2. The outline is thinner and the logo is darker. Here is a variant and a part of a trailer.
Very quickly. So if I go up to the Effects and Presets panel here, and first let me go ahead, I made a little map.
2015 to 2020, here we have the version 13.5cc 2015 to 15.1cc 2020. The logo is brighter. Here is a variant and a part of a trailer.
Create more expressive designs with newly expanded shape tools in the latest release of After Effects. Tapered shape strokes enable you to bring things to a point. You can ease the tapering for a softer look, or add a wave to give your lines a more handcrafted style. And new parameters and offset paths allow you to make concentric copies of a path that radiate outward or inward. Animate the offset to generate geometric transitions with a retro vibe. Adjust your paths to create unique graphic elements and backgrounds. Explore the creative possibilities of these tools and take your shape layers new places with the latest release of After Effects.
2020 to the present, here we have the version 17.1cc 2020. There is a dark blue rounded square, and inside it there are the letters of Indie in blue text. Here is a variant and a part of a trailer.
You've probably been spending a lot of time at home lately, and you might be thinking it would be nice to have a change of scenery. How would you like to see yourself in a tropical paradise? Or dancing with loved ones in front of an exciting buzzword? Or even climbing up a basket of shoes and you're tiny for some reason? This is all easier than ever with RotoBrush 2, coming soon to After Effects Beta.
Okay, now I'm gonna talk about Oral-B. It is an American brand of oral hygiene products, including toothpastes, toothbrushes, electric toothbrushes, and mouthwashes. The brand has been in business since the invention of the Hudson toothbrush in 1950. 1950 to 1965, there is a dark blue oval shape, and inside it there are the words Oral-B in toothbrush in white text. Here is a commercial.
Swanson announces new 3-course frozen dinners, the most complete frozen meal ever put in a single package. Complete from soup to dessert. It's the new Swanson 3-course dinner. Gives you meat and vegetables plus soup and dessert. Here's the 3-course turkey dinner. First course, Campbell's cream of tomato soup, hot and tempting. Second course, tender juicy slices of turkey, only the breast and thigh meat, with tasty dressing, fluffy whipped potatoes, and green peas in butter sauce. Third course, sweet and spicy apple crisp for dessert. It's the first and only 3-course frozen dinner. Look for Swanson 3-course dinners at your grocer's, where you also find Swanson TV brand dinners. Get turkey, Salisbury steak, or fried chicken. Remember, you can trust Swanson. More people do.
1965 to 1980, there is a blue oval shape, and inside it there are the words Oral-B in white text. Here is a commercial.
Her marriage began with rice. And could have ended with it, too.
Hey, this rice is all stuck together.
Don't shoot, watch. There's a big difference in rice. This rice is all stuck together by soft surface starch that acts like paste.
That's my rice.
But this rice has big, perfect, separate grains.
Big, perfect, separate grains?
This is Uncle Ben's. Uncle Ben's converted rice, the separate grain rice without the surface starch that makes rice stick. That's why Uncle Ben's rice does not get sticky or gummy, always serves up supremely light and fluffy.
Who cooked the rice? It's great.
Marriages thrive on Uncle Ben's rice. Uncle Ben's converted rice and Uncle Ben's quick rice, both without the surface starch that makes rice stick.
1980 to 2008, there is a blue oval shape on a white outline, and inside it there are the words Oral-B in white text. Here is the print version, the inverted version, and a commercial.
There's a new pulse in the world. Oral-B Pulsar. A whole new kind of manual brush. Micropulse bristles pivot and pulse deep between teeth for a truly superior clean. Oral-B Pulsar.
2008 to the present, the outline is now blue, and the shape is now 3D. Here is a commercial.
I asked my dentist which cleans better, an electric toothbrush or a manual one. She said definitely electric. Get the one with the round brush head.
Go Pro with Oral-B Power. Oral-B's rounded brush head surrounds each tooth to break up plaque and rotates to sweep it away.
My teeth feel super smooth and really clean.
Oral-B. Brush like a pro.
2020 to the present, the outline has been removed, and the shape is now in a blue gradient. Here is a commercial.
My hygienist cleans with a round head. So does my Oral-B. My hygienist personalizes my cleaning. So does my Oral-B. My hygienist uses just the right pressure. And so does my Oral-B.
Oral-B combines a dentist-inspired brush head with the gentle energy of micro vibrations for the wow of a professional clean feel every day.
My mouth says, wow. And so does my Oral-B.
Alright, now I'm gonna talk about Old Spice. It is an American brand of male grooming products encompassing aftershaves, deodorants, and antiperspirants, shampoos, body washes, and soaps. It is manufactured by Procter & Gamble. 1938 to 1947, there are some lines, and inside them there are the words Early American Old and Spice in black text. 1947 to 1955, there are the words Early and American in black text, and under them there are the words Old Spice in red text. Here is a commercial.
Hold it. Before you have your oil changed, here's something you'll want to know. Gulf has developed the only motor oil in the world super refined by the Alchlor process for high compression engines. Super refined to give you complete and lasting engine protection. Proof? Just watch. This is one of the so-called all-season multi-viscosity oils that's supposed to give you efficient lubrication the year round. And here's new Gulf Pride HD Select. Let's compare them. Right out of the can, they flow through these tubes at the same rate, at the same viscosity or body. But now we're going to find out what happens when each oil is run in a car's engine for 300 miles. We drain off the two oils and repeat the test. Now, look how much faster the so-called all-season oil flows, because it broke down and thinned out after only 300 miles use. In your engine, this means impaired lubrication, increased oil consumption. But Gulf Pride HD Select, which contains no artificial thickeners, flows just as before, has retained its body to keep on giving your engine efficient lubrication mile after mile. So don't try to get along with a compromise oil. There's a correct grade of Gulf Pride HD Select to meet the needs of your particular car. Get real engine protection. Get new Gulf Pride HD Select.
1955 to 1996, the words Early and American have been removed, and the font has changed. Here is a commercial.
Wake up. Wake up with Old Spice and feel the freshness of the open sea. Wake up with Old Spice. Feel the spray on your face and the wind at your back. Come on, wake up to the freshness of the open sea with Old Spice and get a super smooth shave with Old Spice Shave Cream.
1996 to 2004 and 2010 to the present, the font has changed. Here is a commercial.
You heard about the High Endurance Deodorant Challenge from Old Spice? It's great at stopping odor. But what if you gotta stop sweat? Well, now High Endurance makes a powerful new antiperspirant. A white solid that goes on clear. See? No white flakes. So you can stay dry without the white mess you get from some other antiperspirants. Guaranteed. Or call 1-800-PROVE-IT and Old Spice will buy you a stick of yours. So take the challenge. Because this is more than just an antiperspirant. This is the high endurance of antiperspirants.
2004 to 2010, the font has changed, and the text is now on a blue outline, and now above the text there is a blue and red flag on a white outline, and on it there is a white ship. Here is a commercial.
I used to think it didn't matter what deodorant I chose. Dumb. This test shows that Old Spice is the right choice. Old Spice performs in real man situations like basketball, recon, and Frenching. Try Old Spice, and if you still don't think it's awesome, call 1-800-PROVE-IT, and they'll buy you a stick of something that smells like wildflowers and shame. Take the Old Spice challenge. I did.
2010 to the present, there is a red ship, and under it there are the words Old and Spice in red text. Here is a commercial.
Hello, ladies. Look at your man. Now back to me. Now back at your man. Now back to me. Sadly, he isn't me. But if he stopped using lady-scented body wash and switched to Old Spice, he could smell like he's me. Look down. Back up. Where are you? You're on a boat with the man your man could smell like. What's in your hand? Back at me. I have it. It's an oyster with 2 tickets to that thing you love. Look again. The tickets are now diamonds. Anything is possible when your man smells like Old Spice and not a lady. I'm on a horse.
Okay, now I'm gonna talk about Liberty Mutual. It is an American diversified global insurer and the 6th largest property and casualty insurer in the United States. It ranks 71st on the Fortune 100 list of largest corporations in the United States based on 2020 revenue. Based in Boston, Massachusetts, and featuring the Statue of Liberty on its logo, it employs over 45,000 people in more than 900 locations throughout the world. 1912 to 1917. Here we have the logo of the first Liberty Mutual's name, Massachusetts Employees Insurance Association. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find this logo. 1917 to 1918, they changed its name to Liberty Mutual. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find this logo. 1918 to 1919, there are the words Liberty Mutual Insurance and Company in black text. 1919 to 1921, the font has changed. 1921 to 1923, there is a black oval shape on a white outline, and inside it there is a white drawing of the Statue of Liberty. 1923 to 1936, there are the words Liberty Mutual Insurance and Company in brown text, and between them there is a brown oval shape, and inside it there is a white drawing of the Statue of Liberty, and under the oval shape there are the words Home Office and Boston in brown text. Here is the icon. 1936 to 1960, the words Liberty and Mutual are bigger, the oval shape and the text are now black, and the words Insurance and Company are now under the oval shape. Here is a commercial.
Wow. Say, you gals think you're lucky you can get Swanson TV turkey dinners, but I say Swanson TV turkey dinners are a bigger break for husbands. Now, you take me. I can be early, I can be late, I can bring pals to dinner anytime I please, and get this, my wife never panics. She just takes Swanson TV turkey dinners from the freezing compartment of our refrigerator when I'm a little off schedule. Oh, and right you are, Jack. And that is because Mary Lou knows that she can have a swell dinner ready in just 25 minutes. Right. And talk about easy. Well, she just pops Swanson TV turkey dinners in a hot oven. You know, they're oven ready in individual heat and serve trays. With Swanson TV turkey dinners, you just heat and you serve big and hearty slices of moist, tender Swanson turkey with grand giblet gravy and special cornbread dressing and fluffy whipped sweet potatoes with golden Swanson butter and garden fresh peas with more butter. Mother Murphy, lucky me. My wife uses Swanson TV turkey dinners. And make your husband lucky, too. Get Swanson TV turkey dinners, Swanson TV fried chicken dinners, Swanson TV beef dinners from your grocer's big freezer.
1960 to 1985, there are the words Liberty and Mutual in black text, and on the right of them there is an oval shape made out of black lines on a white outline, and inside it there is a drawing of the Statue of Liberty. Here is a commercial.
Attention. To help carry on our important work, I want you to join the Secret Squadron and wear this official badge and have this secret decoder. Following each week's adventure, I'll send an important secret message, and only Secret Squadron members who have decoders can decode them. Also, later I'll tell you the simple rules for joining the Secret Squadron, but you must promise to do as I do. Keep yourself healthy and mentally alert. And drink Ovaltine every day. It's the official drink of the Secret Squadron. We Secret Squadron members know chocolate-flavored Ovaltine helps give us what we need for rocket power. Yes, just as a rocket adds thrust during takeoff, Ovaltine can add the kind of nourishment so important for rocket power. We drink Ovaltine hot for breakfast. Good, too. And cold for lunch and between meal snacks. And hot again at bedtime to help keep us revved up with rocket power. Believe me, Ovaltine's got what it takes to help you be a leader in your gang. So drink instant Ovaltine every day.
1985 to 1994, the font has changed, the outline of the oval shape has been removed, and the drawing is more simplified. Here is a commercial.
For 75 years, Liberty Mutual has shown companies like IBM companies like General Mills and thousands of others how to make their workers' compensation dollars work harder. As a result, they've made Liberty Mutual the largest insurer of America's working men and women.
America believes in liberty. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
1994 to 2000. The drawing is more detailed. Here is a commercial.
Franklin Perry may have the safest house on Bristol Court thanks to Liberty Mutual.
Wow! A Carnothoris sapidus. That's one mean bush.
We have over 500 home safety tips, including how to prevent break-ins.
The ancient Greeks called this the bush of pain.
Tips like planting prickly bushes under your windows and installing deadbolt locks. Safer, more secure lives. That's the freedom of liberty. Liberty Mutual.
2000 to the present, there is a blue shape, and inside it there is a white drawing of the Statue of Liberty, and on the right of the shape there are the words Liberty and Mutual in gray text. Here is a commercial.
As a struggling actor, I need all the breaks that I can get. At Liberty Buchamode.
Cut.
Liberty Bibbity.
Cut.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance, so you only pay for what you... Line?
Need.
Action.
Cut. You can't say that.
Sorry. Is this where they're gonna put the Statue of Liberty? Liberty... Are we married to Mutual?
Cut.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Alright, now I'm gonna talk about Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce. It is one of the big 5 banks in Canada. 1961 to 1966, there is a great triangle on a black outline, and under the triangle, there are 2 squares, one purple and one orange, and on them, there are the letters C and I in white text. 1966 to 1986, there is a black smaller than sign, and on the right of it, there are 2 black shapes, and on the right of them, there is a black greater than sign, and under these signs, there are the words Canadian Imperial Bank of and Commerce in black text. Here is an icon and a commercial.
Ah, it's payday again. And if you're like most people, you pay your bills first, and you pay yourself second. At the Commerce, we believe that while you should always pay your bills, you should try to pay yourself, too. Next time, pay yourself first. At the Commerce, we can help.
1986 to 1994, there is a red rectangle on a yellow outline, and inside it there is a yellow smaller than sign, and on the right of it, there are 2 yellow shapes, and on the right of them, there is a yellow greater than sign, and under these signs, there is the word CIBC in yellow text. Here is a commercial.
A bank account should be more than just a place to put your money. It should put your money to work for you.
I see a new generation with new expectations, and we're answering with ideas like the Smart Start Youth Account.
Today, people want more than one RSP option. At CIBC, I can show you several different plans. You just have to look at the choice CIBC has to offer. That's why a quarter of all Canadians do their banking here. It's in your best interest.
Get us working for you, CIBC.
1994 to 2001, there is the word CIBC in red text, and above the letters I, B and C there is a red rectangle, and inside it, there is a white shape. Here is a commercial.
To the eye, the land was harsh, barren, but they came anyway, and so did the Bank of Commerce, because they shared the pioneers' vision of hope. Often branches on rail cars were already set up, ready to help. Today, we're helping with a choice of new ways to bank, including technology that ensures secure internet transactions. Because we never forget, it takes a pioneering spirit to sow the seeds of the future. Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce.
2001 to 2003, there is a red square, and inside it, there is the word CIBC in yellow text, and under it, there are 2 lines, one yellow and one white. Here is a commercial.
At a Petro-Canada self-serve station, you'll find everything you need, right where you need it. Petro-Canada, committed to Canadians.
2003 to the present, the logo is brighter, and the text is bigger. Here is a commercial.
With CIBC Global Money Transfer, send money around the world in no time. Most transfers arrive in less than 24 hours. CIBC Global Money Transfer, $0 transfer fee, fast service, safe and secure. Start transferring with CIBC today.
2021 to the present, the classic red square and the lines under the word CIBC have been removed. The word CIBC is now in pink text, the font has changed, and now on the right of the word CIBC there is a pink diamond shape. Here is a commercial.
CIBC Smart Everyday Banking spends its time tracking your spending, so we don't have to. Now, we can spend our time on us.
Make smarter everyday decisions with CIBC Smart Everyday Banking.
Okay, now I'm gonna talk about RockAuto.com. It is an online family business founded in 1999 by automotive engineers that ship thousands of parts from hundreds of manufacturers to millions of customers all over the world. And the Rock Auto catalog keeps expanding. Someday, it may be possible to build an entire car using parts from Rock Auto. 1999 to the present, there are the purple letters RN on a white outline, and under them there are 5 white lines on a purple outline, and on them, there are the words Rock Auto and .com in silver text, and under the lines, there are the words all the parts your car will ever and need in silver text. Here is a commercial.
How much? I can do this myself.
Rock Auto has the same parts professional mechanics use, many that you can easily install for a fraction of the cost. Do it yourself with Rock Auto.
Recognize the admission of Finland and Sweden to NATO, because we all know that, looking from an historical perspective, NATO members have brought their national issues to the
And we don't know a better place for thrills than our winter testing venue, Georgia's Roebling Road Raceway. While clearly a street racer, this 2007 Mazda Speed 3 took to Roebling's 10 turns like the proverbial duck takes to water. For starters, this pumped-up version of the 5-door hatchback Mazda 3 gets its zoom from a 2.3-liter turbo direct-injected 4-cylinder, the same little dynamo used in the larger Mazda Speed 6. Here it produces a potent 263 horsepower and 280 pound-feet of torque. While detuned from the Speed 6, it's still way stronger than rivals like the Honda Civic Si. Like the Speed 6, the Speed 3's power links to a 6-speed manual, but while the 6 is all-wheel drive, the 3 is front drive to save weight and cost, a setup suited better for the street than the track. But a sophisticated electronic torque management system tries to offset this limitation. By minimizing excess boost and smoothing intake volume, it flattens out torque spikes in the lower gears that often produce excessive torque steer in high horsepower front drivers. Still, our Speed 3 straight line results were a tad slower than the heavier but grippier Speed 6. 0 to 60 in 6.4 seconds with a quarter mile in 14.7 seconds at 97 miles per hour. But once the turbo spools up, there's a great mid-range rush, and we were never wanting for more power. Then we hit Roebling's corners running. While the standard stability control was switched off to better gauge the natural reactions of the Speed 3, a limited slip differential was still in play to keep power flowing in the turns. The somewhat soft Mazda Speed 3 still turns in quickly and is very tossable. But when the front tires are overpowered, a nasty amount of understeer rears its head. That puts the onus on the driver to plan corners judiciously, with the throttle squeezed rather than stabbed on exits. If done right, this car slingshots off a turn, automatically setting up for the next. The Mazda Speed 3's agility comes from numerous chassis reinforcements for increased body rigidity, again similar to the Speed 6. The heavily recalibrated front McPherson strut and rear multi-link suspension sports higher spring rates and larger stabilizer bars. To match its fast and furious performance, the Mazda Speed 3 also dons a high-performance braking system with large diameter 4-wheel disc with ABS and electronic brake force distribution. Our Speedster stopped on a dime in only 114 feet from 60 to 0. On the outside, the Mazda Speed 3 is stylish and sporty, but not toy-like. bold details and a lowered, well-practiced, the inside of this 5-seater is defined by multiple shades of black with red accents and stitching. A clean dash houses large, deep overlapping gauges with orange lighting. The leather and cloth sports seats are firm, comfortable, and don the Mazda Speed logo. Minimal bright work includes aluminum pedals and stainless steel scuff plates. Practical aspects include standard iPod jack and 7-speaker Bose 6-CD stereo. Our GT trim test car had optional navigation with a screen that cleverly hides in the dash until summoned. Safety comes as 6 standard airbags, and the usable rear seat features 60/40 split fold access to an already large 16.5 cubic foot cargo bay. Government fuel economy ratings for the Mazda Speed 3 are 20 city and 28 highway using premium fuel with an energy impact score of 14.9 barrels of oil per year. That makes it a high-performance car with everyday efficiency. But what really makes the Mazda Speed 3 an everyday jewel is its price. Sport trim starts at $22,835. Our GT's base price is $24,550, with navigation pushing it to $26,300. Obviously, you don't have to hawk the crown jewels to play the factory tuner game. The 2007 Mazda Speed 3 makes a clear, high-performance statement both on and off the track while never losing sight of its everyday compact duties. It's one affordable thrill ride you'll want to drive every day.
Change, which led to huge conflict in the region. And at the conference, we also had this
platform of the alliance whenever any particular topic came to the agenda.
Let's to thank one of our sponsors, Farmers Insurance.
Fear not, for I have come to save.
Way ahead of you. Switched her to Farmers so she could save an average of $437 on her home insurance.
Is thither nothing thou needed saving? An elder needed help crossing the road. I'm very good at that.
I'm good with the $437 I saved, but thank you.
If you need saving, get a quote from Farmers.
We are farmers.